Welcome back, everybody. Today I'm going to be going over flipping. Now this is going to be a very basic flipping guide, just because that's how it should be. It shouldn't be all this crazy shit on like, never mind. Just, RuneScape YouTubers make it out to be very difficult, and it's really not. It's super easy stuff. They make it seem so complex and all this shit, and it's really not, and I'm just going to show you how flipping is actually done. Very simply and nice and easy. So first of all, you're going to want an item. That is the first thing you need to do when thinking about flipping. So to find an item, I would think about PvP, PVM, and like clues, quests, diary, those kind of like required items for that sort of thing. So first of all, let's just look at PVM. So we could just look around the Grand Exchange right now. This dude over here has a Berserker helm. D-boots are very, very common. This dude has a whip. Another thing that goes with whips is Kraken tentacles, and Kraken tentacles degrade, so people need to buy and sell them very frequently. Furies, there's a lot of those around. These two people have anguishes. We're only working with 10, no, tormented. The other thing, we only have 10 mil. We have a few obsidian capes. Let's try out obsidian capes. So all you want to do, type in obsidian cape, and then you want to buy it for really high. So just hit the 15% increase a couple times and you should be good. We'll get it instantly with some cash back. Then you just want to sell it for very cheap. And then we have our margin. So now, once you sold your item that you're looking for the margin, you want to buy it from what you sold it as. And for the purpose of this video, we're going to be cutting people. So we've sold this for 776,500 GP. So we're going to buy it for 776,600 GP. We're going to be cutting people for the sake of the video. So I'll just buy a few of these, and there we go. Our first flip is in the process of being flipped. First item, I should say. And then, once these buy, we will be selling them for this price that we initially bought them for, so the high price. So really all it is you're buying low and you're selling high. So we're buying it for basically this price, and we're going to be selling it for that. Now we are on a PvP world, because PvP items are very good to flip also, since people are losing and selling them so frequently. So let's just go look around real quick. Right off the bat, there's a lot of magic short bows. I don't think we'll be able to get a good flip on that though. Armadillo Godsword. Where's that bad news? It's Armadillo. Godswords might be a decent thing. The Kraken tentacle, as I was talking about before. Furies. Helm of Nayet's Knots. I think we should try that. Helm of Nayet's Knot. There's a lot of those. So yeah, let's go put in an offer. Or let's go look at the margin for one of those. Let's just type in it's not okay. So again, we just buy very high, then we go and sell it very low to get our margin. And there we go. Not very good margin. However, for the sake of the video, we will do it. And again, we'll be cutting people. Cutting people is just when you buy it for a bit more, or sell it a bit more and buy it a bit less. Yeah. Or is that? You get the point. A couple other items that I see very frequently is granite malls. So let's go and put in a thing for that. Oh, these both finished buying. First we'll put in our granite mall to see how much we could be making on each of one of those. Sell for real low again after you buy real high. Very simple stuff. And then that's like a 400 GP margin. We'll just boost that up to 25. And let's just buy 4 of those. So what did we have these in for? We bought these for 7834. So that's what we'll sell them for. 783400. And that's all there is to it. Then these will sell along with these and along with these after we put them in to sell. I will do that real quick off screen. But once these sell, we made profit. That's pretty much all there is to it. But we will be back once these all sold. So only like 2 minutes later, I accidentally pulled out the Nate's Net Helms. Let's go and collect all those. Let's just see how much money we made real quick. 21k. Alright, that ain't too bad. However, we made 21k in like the matter of literally like 2 minutes. So I would look around when you're trying to find an item at the GE. Obviously, that won't always give you the best items to flip, but if you world hop a little and you just see what are very common items, you usually will get a few good ideas on what to flip. So, with clue, quest, and diary requirements, which usually have a pretty good margin on them because people would just buy them for the max price, whatever people are selling them for, because they just need them right now, and the reward is usually better than just spending a couple extra K on some item. If you want to find those kinds of items, I suggest going to the RS Wiki and looking at the required items for diaries, clue scrolls, and quests. So other than that, that's pretty much it for finding items. We know how to find our margins, and the last couple of things I want to go over real quick is just, there is GE limits. So if you want to find the GE limit on an item that you think you want to flip, I would suggest going to GE Tracker, or you could look it up on the wiki as well, but GE Tracker has a nice little thing for you. It's nice and simple. All you need to do, go to GE Tracker, look up your item, and it'll be right there in the little description, in the info boxes, and it'll just be right there. Let's say the Nate's Net Helms we are flipping, those have a GE buying limit of 70. So every 4 hours we could buy 70 of those and then sell 70 of those as well. In addition to all of that, I do suggest using your common sense, basically, with this kind of thing. Don't go buying a 30 mil item on the first day it was released, because obviously the prices will fluctuate quite a bit. If you're feeling confident with doing that, that's fine. You can go ahead and attempt it. However, keep in mind that the prices will fluctuate a lot. You can make a lot, however, it's a little risky. I wouldn't say flipping in general is really risky at all, but with newly released items, it sometimes can be risky. You sometimes can lose money on that. With everything else, you pretty much won't lose any money at all, though. I mean, there is slight potential, but I've never really lost money. So that's pretty much it. Other than that, I would say have some patience. Flips don't always go instant. You're not always going to instantly get them, and you're not always going to instantly sell them. So if you do PVM or Slayer or whatever on the side, I would buy your items that you need for that, or I would assume you already have them, but just keep some extra cash in case that your items don't sell immediately, and then you might panic sell them and everything, and then you will lose out on some profits, or potential profits, most likely. Other than that though, I just want to go over everything real quick just to summarize the video. All you need to do is find an item. Obviously, just look around the GE, think of some good items. Maybe research a couple items on the wiki. You don't really need to research, but just click around the wiki on some random items and look into it, be like, hey, does this have a good margin? And go for it, you know? Then you need to find the margin, obviously, by buying and selling it, high and low. Then you just need to flip it, and if you want to know the buying limit, of course, go over to GE Tracker, really simple stuff. Other than that, that's kind of it. Not really intimidating, not hard at all. There is not too much else I really have to tell you. Everything else comes naturally. The little small knowledgeable things that you might learn is best that you learn it yourself, and there's really not much risk. I don't know why all these other RuneScape YouTubers Make it out to be like, if you don't watch my 30-part series on how to flip an obsidian cape, you'll fucking lose your whole cash stack, and make sure you hit me up on Patreon and all this shit so you get my flips. Now, fuck that, alright? It's easy. You could flip at 5k, you could flip at 50 mil. Whatever you have, you could work with it. You could flip any item in the Grand Exchange. You could do whatever you want with it. There is not much risk. And just be a little cautious with newer items. And be patient. Other than that, that is it. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you have any questions, ask them in the comments below. If you think I did miss out on anything, and if you are completely new to the idea of flipping, then yeah, feel free to ask. I will gladly answer every single question anyone ever has in the comments. And have a good day. Also join my clan chat, it's a long way in here.